Hello, I am recording my first video to share with the world my journey as a divine superstar. This is transmission number 1. However, the story will not unfold in a linear way, nor will it be one-dimensional. This is only one aspect, one dimension of me telling my story. I have been recording the phenomenons and the experiences, encounters that I've been having for 8 months now, and I am feeling guided to start a channel to share the audio and visual of my story and how everything comes to fruition from here and how everything continues to unfold. For the time being, it is necessary for my identity to remain a mystery, but I do not plan on that being for much longer, at least not from the signs and synchronicities that I have been receiving from the divine and the celestial realms. But this is my story, and I believe that part of the reason why I am being guided to somewhat step into the light and share in a public way is because I am not the only one who has been awakening and remembering who we are, and there is no blueprint available in the 3D realm. It all has been downloaded from higher realms, and some of it is still very much a mystery to me, and I imagine it is a mystery to other chosen ones as well. So I am not sure how the format will be or what exactly will be shared in each transmission, but this is my first video to the world, and I suppose we'll see how it goes from here. It's definitely been an interesting ride, interesting as defined, like the most extraordinary roller coaster I have ever been on. The ups and downs, the elevating, the ascension to higher vibrations and frequencies of energy have been incredibly painful and pressurized and exhilarating, and there's a helicopter flying overhead, trying to remember what helicopters signify, but I believe that it's something to do with help coming. I have been waiting for help and resources for 8 months now. When I am calling it the Great Remembering and Awakening started speeding up and has just been like almost as though I have been in a time pocket where time doesn't exist, and some moments it feels like time is standing still, and other moments it feels like everything is just speeding at rates that I can't even comprehend. I have been awakening to my true authentic self in this physical vessel and soul for about 5 years now. I believe that it started in 2020, which I am understanding a lot of chosen ones began awakening and remembering what their divine purpose here in this life incarnation right now also began awakening when the world stopped because of the global pandemic, which I believe today was divinely orchestrated to create this catalyst for chosen ones around the world to begin awakening and remembering who we are and what our divine mission is in this life incarnation this time around. I have learned so much in the past 8 months that it is mind-blowing and mind-boggling. But part of my mission has been to record as much as possible as far as physical proof in the 3D realm of what I'm experiencing. This cute little squirrel coming towards me is also another incredible sign of busyness and preparing for what is to come. Very curious little booger bear. And squirrel actually has more significant symbolism that I will have to circle back to. My brain isn't pulling that forward at the moment. However, I did find this little pocket in one of my favorite parks, and until now it was quiet, but there seems to be some music playing in the background, so that's kind of apropos to part of my mission as well, which I was guided, divinely guided by, I am calling them divination tarot angels that I have discovered on YouTube. And one of those special chosen ones, angels in human form, suggested in a channel, I want to say the middle of October 2024, so last year, around the time that my awakening started speeding up dramatically, to create a playlist. And I had no idea at that time what the purpose of the playlist was, but as time has progressed, it is blowing my mind. Part of the reason why I followed this guidance was because when every other soul has left me in one way or another in this life incarnation, music has always been there, and music has always renewed my soul and given my spirit exactly what I needed in those moments. And music has never let me down. Music has never betrayed me. Music has never villainized me. It's like that saying that even music can soothe the most savage of souls, and it's true. Only I would say it soothes even the most traumatized and suffering of souls, and not just those of us in human form, but also animals, I have learned, can find comfort in music. So music for me has always been the key to find strength and courage and hope, and to find it within myself to get back up again and keep my light shining, no matter how many times humans and systems and bullshit has tried to dim or even snuff out my light. So, I started this playlist, and at first, I was just adding songs from my own musical collection, music from my childhood, music that I used to play on the piano, music that resonated with me as a teen, and the playlist just began to grow and grow and grow, and I titled it, it was something like the Divine Magical Timeline Shift playlist. And as I began adding more and more songs, more and more artists just began flooding into my brain. And then I realized that this was way bigger than me, and that I was being divinely guided and sent on these treasure hunts, or I would be shown a sign in the 3D world over and over and over again, and I would put in, I would follow the treasure hunt. And one example is, I kept seeing the logo for the Boston Red Sox, which was peculiar to me. It kept showing up everywhere, and I'm not even on the East Coast of the United States, certainly not in Boston, but I kept seeing the Boston Red Sox logo, and like, what in the world does this mean? And so eventually I realized, you know what, maybe I should just Google the team and see if I can figure out some answers here. So I Googled Boston Red Sox and went to my faithful Wikipedia and was reading, and like, okay, none of this resonates or seems to align with anything in particular. And then I saw it. One of the main songs that the Boston Red Sox play, I believe, if I recall correctly, at home games, I guess that would make sense, they play the song The Impossible Dream. And I was like, oh my goodness. Okay. I was not familiar with this song, which is bananas, because it just seems like a song that I would have run across before because of my emphatic desire to consume as much different kinds of music and genres that there are out there. But alas, I had not or did not recall ever hearing this song. So I went to my music app and searched The Impossible Dream and added, I don't know how many versions, but added a bunch of versions of it to my playlist. And that is just one example of how the universe has sent me on these magical treasure hunts to find songs or artists. A lot of times when I'm listening to and watching the divination tarot angels and their readings, they will be channeled, or they will have channels that reference songs. So I have added all the songs that they've referenced, and the playlist just began to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And I began to realize that this playlist was fucking magical, and it was not following any kind of algorithm. Well, there was a divine algorithm at play, and it has blown my mind the way the celestial realms have been sending messages for the past 8 months now. And I just keep it on shuffle, and some weird phenomenons have happened with the playlist. Like, it's glitched at certain points, or showed that a song was playing but the song wasn't playing, or weird things like it would just go backwards to play a song and then forward again. It would play a song over and over. It would repeat songs that had played. And yeah, I've documented all of this in screenshots and in the book that I am writing, that incorporates all of this music aspect of my journey. So anyway, that has been a big piece of what has continued to inspire me, motivate me, give me hope, even help me work through the ego deaths and rebirths that I've had, which have come multiple times over the past several months. It's been daunting, and the music has just been there. Is definitely extra, for sure. And I've had to reset the shuffle many times. I've had to fast forward, skip songs. I haven't had to, but felt drawn to. And I see myself kind of like in front of turntables spinning, in co-creation with the universe, and their big turntables in the sky, like coordinating and collabing over this journey that has very much been enveloped around the music. And currently there are over 5,900 songs on the playlist, and I was guided, I don't know, perhaps a couple months ago now, I guess, to change the title of the playlist to Karkar's Divine Magical Playlist, because it is truly a magical playlist. So, trying to think another aspect of my multidimensional self, which I'm calling in my writing multi-dimo for short. We're all multidimensional, but I am understanding what that means on a whole different level now. But I think one of the other main things that I want to share in this first transmission is that I was born into this life incarnation to be a trigger. And each one of these transmissions, as the music also is a trigger, I am the embodiment of a trigger. My existence, my experience, my story will trigger souls to grow, to heal, to look and accept their shadow-selves. I am a trigger and a mirror to souls, which is why oftentimes I have been treated so adversely and villainized, because souls who are still living in the darkness don't always like or appreciate my light and love. And so they act out, and yeah, it has not been a fun life experience as a whole. But I also know that has been, today at least I know, that has been part of my purpose here, to experience what suffering truly is, so that I can empathize on a soul level, not to mention all the other past lives of experience where I have known pain and suffering and been unable to break those curses. I'm also a badass generational ancestral curse breaker. And there goes a swallowtail. Oh my gosh, a yellow swallowtail butterfly. Which is so fascinating because the swallowtail has been coming into my 3D reality like bananas the past week or so. So that's pretty rad. We're now at 23 minutes and 11 seconds. And so I feel like this is a pretty good introduction. There's so much to share, but if you are a chosen one and you are watching this, if you are listening, please know that you are not alone. There are thousands and thousands and thousands, and maybe more, of us around the world who have been waking up, and we have a divine mission and a destiny to bring love and light and harmony to this planet. And this is the beginning of our rise into that light, for the world to witness and heal and find harmony again. So I am going to sign off for now, And I send all the love and light, peace and protection to all the chosen ones out there waking up, learning, remembering who they are, and to all the blessed souls who have no voice. We will be your voice. We are the true embodiment of the universe that is love and light. And it's just going to be an epic ride. I mean, it's already been an epic ride, but it's about to get bananas, y'all. So hold on. Hold on for this ride and know that you are loved and appreciated and respected and honored for your work. And keep believing, keep elevating, keep bringing about that higher frequency, those higher vibes. And I'll see you in the next, or I'll talk to you in the next transmission. Have a day or an evening that is filled with love and light. Peace.